This is a personal reading for a friend of mine, Stefanie. I'm bringing in her father, Gordon. Now, the date is 11/17. Oops, I'm sorry, 11/7/2025. And I'm sitting here with a picture of Gordon and Stefanie's mom. I'm imagining his wife. All right, so you have about 20 minutes to bring message to for your daughter from where you're at. May I first start, Gordon? It's nice to meet you. I'm glad you're here. He says that the pleasure is mine. He's saying this is such a gift of mine for him. So, Gordon, tell me a little something. I think your daughter's an amazing person. She really is, and she's got a really good eye. I'm curious as to if you're in spirit or if you're incarnate. I've stayed in spirit from the time that I died. He says, I'm waiting for you know who to be by my side. I do know who. Now it's my understanding that you weren't as crazy about this woman as you are, as you sense, as I sense that you are. Oh, this is for you. He says, I can't believe my eyes when I look at you. He's talking to you, daughter. He says, I am spellbound by the sight of you. So, oh, Stefanie, it wasn't him, eyes for mom, it was on you. She is what captures my eyes. He said, and the spell began the day that he died, meaning he is more watchful of you now than he was before. How I viewed my daughter before was like I do now, only it's more. For my better understanding and knowing of she. For knowing her likes, her dislikes, what she what she has and what she sees. She has become the favorite memory for me. Go ahead. My daughter hadn't had my rugged view. For she was a girl. A softie through and through. He says it was for my betterment that I stay out in the garden. He felt nervous and clumsy around you. Aww. My dad kind of did too around me. He was so uncomfortable when I was around. Not in a bad way. She looked upon me that way. As if she wanted me to know what she wanted me to say. Typical father. Like he's without cue cards, his daughter's standing in front of him, you know? And he is without a... I was full of wisdom for my own sack to tote. And for her betterment. Go ahead. What he's saying is that was kind of the end of it. He held to it tightly in his tote. Because he just was not able to he wasn't able to tell you things that I really didn't know, he says. Aw. No father wants his girl to think he doesn't know. And for it, I was better burying my head out in the garden watching it grow. Okay. A mild eye. No, he's saying a mild tongue, meaning he didn't speak a lot to you. But an eye he had on you. He was very aware of you. He was very watchful of you in a caring way. I love that bird. He said, I never wanted her to fly away. So there was a day that you moved out or left, and he said, I sung to that songbird through the valleys of my heart. And if I was a wiser, softer man, I would label it as a broken heart. That's so cool. It was you who's looking up. Go ahead, Gordon. Her understanding of me for her view. For her perceiving it that way. It is a finding for her to be true. I was a glutton for the things that you would do. Speaking of you and Mom, I think. He was a glutton to the point to where he didn't even want to find his shoes. He didn't even want to do that for himself. He says daughter. No, he doesn't say daughter. He's telling me, well, we know who this reading is for, so he's like, don't make me say it. He was really hard to speak of his heart, is what I got. He can't even say your name. Say it. Stefanie Gordon's daughter. I will say her name. For she goes down in the records within me and for my viewing into the Hall of Fame. What is it that she's doing that just is so... What is it that has your eyes so bright on her? He's saying that he's showing me like Fred Astaire in the ball, you know, in the tuxedo and the shiny black shoes and the woman with the long, beautiful, flowy, twirly gown. Go ahead. She is more than those movies. She is more than those those dances, because I guess they're mesmerizing to the eyes. If you ever watch this scene of the black and white ballroom dances, they're awesome. And I know that's what he means. Yeah, it is not for my eyes to be seen. What he's saying is it doesn't compare to when he's watching you. But and we realize that, Gordon. My daughter is she's my daughter is a gold leaf off this old tree, through and through. I mean, there's much of you that he recognizes that's of him, only you don't. For you're not him not exposing those parts to you. I am in awe of you. He says, I am careful for not disturbing you. Meaning he has to hold himself back from making himself known to be around. He says, I have a soft spot for you. Always. Up until and beyond my death. I carry that soft spot for you, true. Do you have, gosh, I wish you were with me here, Steph, I'd ask you. This is the cool thing, though, is that Spirit is all knowing. He's all knowing. He's in the Christ consciousness, so he knows all. My wish for her, Stefanie, Gordon's daughter, my wish for her to be heard in my message is that I am holding you now as I held you. He cradled, he held you clumsily in physical, but he cradled you protectively in his heart. He's saying, I love you. And I always have and I always will. He says, I tend not to like being buried, for it putting me in the past. For the echo of the times when I could have and should have and didn't. Leaving such an empty space, leaving it so vast as far as the bank of memories and foundation for which she wouldn't so easily have buried me. With the ease of putting me in her past. Well, that's it, not to make her feel guilty. Because Spirit doesn't do that, honey. That's not what he means. I know that. He's mentioning Beauty and the Beast. Only he wasn't knowing for you not seeing more of his love for you. And then he says, how could she have seen what I myself buried so efficiently? Dad. This is what I get from him, Stefanie. He loved you more than you realized. He actually he adored you, and in his own silent, non-acting way, he was very protective and observant of you. He cherished you, that bird that he never wanted to fly away. He regrets not announcing to you then that I felt this way, he says. I love that. If I relax, maybe he will. He says, on a warm summer day in May, it was all I could feel for you, and none of it I could say. For in the roots of me I had no wisdom to give. He's saying not to you, for if he gave you something wrong, he wouldn't be able to redeem himself or forgive himself for that. He was afraid to hurt. Okay, so it's like a crystalline little figurine, you know. It was beautiful, in the way the sun hits through it. But it's to be kept in a hutch or a frame or a container, as not to be broken. He said, I felt such a clumsy touch, and it made me draw back from the urge to clutch. Well, you're just ornery. You only deprived yourself and your daughter, didn't you? My daughter has it in her eyes. It better knowing that I was her guy. That just you knew your dad loved you. Go ahead. I want to tell you about your feller. He likes your husband. He needs a little grass on his knees. He seems to need a little grass on his knees, he says. But for the most part, he likes what he sees. In other words, it's been cleared by the higher realms. Your husband's a good man. I want only for you, Stefanie, to see me as a better man. I wanted only, so wanted then only for you to see me as a better man. And for how I could teach you that I was. For the knowing how he didn't understand. He couldn't understand. He said, I fumbled my mark. And for it inside it took feathers and wings apart. He's saying it really ate at him. And bottom line is, your dad loved you. You were his sunshine. You were his everything. He says, I did view her as the sun. I still view her as the sun. Only now I realize I'm not the only one. So that must make you feel good knowing that there's someone else that looks at her like you do. I'm giving this second to no one. He's not he's your number one fan is what he's saying. He's not giving that up to anyone. Second place sure would be my son, meaning your husband. He says, I've failed many things. Letting my doubts of my own self get in the way. I don't know what precocious means, but he's saying that. I was acting precocious for you not seeing. He would put on this act so you wouldn't, so no one could see the insecurities within him. He says that his fears were like a disease. In the way they manifested these masks that he wore. He's now saying, I am forever grateful and down on my knees for myself being free of that disease. He is so lifted of being afraid and insecurities, and he says all those things that enclosed me, made me withdraw. And he is very much, he's so light now. Oh, I'm light on my feet. He's saying, like Fred Astaire. He is so looking forward to the day when you reunite, when you're in spirit, and you get to meet him, the real him. He says, all of me, all of the good that was ever me, only until in spirit neither one of us could see. Whew, that was mind-blowing. That just took my breath from me. That's how it is too, Steph. We carry when we get in these bodies, We carry so much crap that we don't really need. When we leave here and we go there, we don't carry the heavy stuff. It's not needed. None of it. And nor does it matter. Only they realize that it matters to us, the things that they didn't, the things that hurt us, the things that, affect us while we grieve. He's all, I'm no phony here on my knees. Yeah, he's just saying, he means every single bit of what he's saying. He is excited for you to get a chance to know him at his, he said, on my knees. Go ahead. He's trying to use a word that I hate. And then I'm going, are you still Gordon or glee? I don't like the word. Spirit loves it though. It is he's gleefully on his knees. And so liberated to be free, to be his whole self. And he winks at you and he winks at you and he says, my beauty, you'll see. And he's on, for that I'll bow and make my exit. Whew, that was intense. I have to turn off this picture and I'm going to shut this off because I gotta cry. Okay.